It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And we'll be watching the dynamic Tyreek Hill. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Dolphins and the Jets, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our home side in this one, they're squaring off against a very tough unit to throw against.
And this is not one of the better passing offenses in the league to begin with, Brandon. And to illustrate that point, they're down near the bottom of the power ranking, so the focus is going to need to be on possession-type throws. Whether they're trying to use their running backs or tight ends a little bit more, the big thing is to make sure the quarterback gets it out of his hands quickly to his receivers, and they hope to gain an advantage that way.
Zerline now, he'll handle the honors to get us started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
This guy's leadership is so important to how this offense functions. He doesn't shrink from any moments on game day, and everything he does with confidence. He sets the example in practice, off the field, and is the guy leading everyone out for each possession.
Tua to throw right away. And right away, he lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
A gain of 3 on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that will be incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside 3rd of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Jets will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by the 2nd overall pick from BYU, now in his 2nd season, Zach Wilson.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. Ball again on 2nd down. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Wilson now off the bootleg. And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up with safety. So after a scoreless first quarter, we at least finally get some points on the board.
But it can't be what either of us expected, can it?
No, the safety's not what you expect for the first points of the game, but one of the goose eggs is gone. And here comes Berrios. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. And the offense moving quickly to the line. 3rd and 2, now Wilson. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. These two teams met down in Miami earlier this year, with the Dolphins winning that one. So they're looking for the season sweep with a win here in Miami. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. To throw is Wilson. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Zach Wilson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that's kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure, because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Now Tua. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now they try a lateral, but it doesn't work. It's a loose ball, but they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. Hey, we get it. No time to waste. Playoffs starting next week. We skip right over halftime and get back to the action. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. And now they're in the hurry-up. From the 41, Wilson. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Tyler Conklin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Robert Saleh, one to take chances. His guys will go for 2 here. They'll try and run it here. And he is in to make it 16-0. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. And it's so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on a 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. They'll start the drive with Wilson. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. 2nd down, Gaskin. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Here's Tua. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on to punt for Miami. Here's Berrios. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 41.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Miami set to take over. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. On 2nd down, Mostert. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down. Back now in Miami. The Dolphins on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Jalen Waddle. Incomplete. Well, Marcus Joyner there defensively.
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Tua. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Straight ahead is Hall. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. So they keep the football, but now face second and long. Ball again on second down. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's third and long. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's the Jets punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And look at this, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. So Tua and the Dolphins down by 16, 1:52 to play. They've yet to score all game long, but now they need to do so twice in short order to have a shot. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now Tua. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. The clock still runs. We're at 90 seconds now. To the sideline, and that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. Tua to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Ball on a give up the middle. And oh, he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they'll stop him at the 1-yard line, but small consolation there following the turnover. The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. So now a big play here as the Dolphins will go for the 2. Tagovailoa. And that one is caught. So they convert here and don't look now, but this one's back to a one-score game. And hold the phone down. This game isn't over yet.
Not at all. Now, get the football back. That's the first thing. However you do it, get the ball back and then manipulate the clock with your offense because you've got to get the ball into the end zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and... Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. A handoff. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. Taking it right down Broadway. And he is in for the score. So how about this? A horrible mistake leads to a defensive touchdown, and a 2-point conversion will tie it. Here's Tua. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Huge, huge conversion there to tie this thing up, and they're not done yet. defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job one was taken care of. The two-point conversion to get this thing tied.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Now Wilson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Defense. So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Wilson to throw. That's going to be caught. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for the Jets, the win here in Week 18 gives them a pivotal 11th win on the year, running their final mark to 11-6. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll finish a less than stellar campaign with a mark of 6-11. And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place, but could stand to get deeper and younger all around.